Hello there, my name is Divesh, and in this video we are going to talk about 20 most important Android library that every Android developer should know about. So let's start the list with Picasso. So Picasso is very powerful image downloading and caching library for Android. I will quickly say a few of the pros and cons of this library. So pros are like the library size is small and the cache size this library offers that is also very small and very simple to use. It also support the WebP. So when you use this in your recycler view, the UI doesn't freeze. So the multi-threading part has been handled very efficiently in this library. And there are few cons as well, like it does not support the animated GIF, and also so I felt that it was loading little slow when I tried to download the big images in my recycle view. So that was one thing that I noticed. And this library has been created by the Square. So this is one of the image loading library you can consider as per your requirement. But overall, this is a perfect image loading library. The second library in the list is Glide. So this library also offers the image loading and caching for Android. And personally, I believe that this is most powerful image library and the best one among all. It also maintains the teeny size of cache, very simple to use. It supports the GIF, WebP, and also when I tried to download the big images, it was very fast to download them as well. And they internally use the bitmap pool to reuse the image. So the GC events are little less here. And the scrolling of the recycle view was also very smooth when I included Glide in the app. So these are the pros. Cons, I guess one of the biggest cons when you consider this is the library size is big. So this is one of the major difference between the Glide and Picasso. Picasso offers the small library size, but the Glide library size is big. The third one in the list is Android Universal Image Loader. So this is one of the image loader that has been introduced very early, but since November 2015 it has not been maintained, and it also does not support all the image file types, but it is very simple to use. Library size is very teeny, and I have also noticed that it works perfectly with the local images. Another image loader in the list is Fresco. So Fresco has been developed by the Facebook. So this library also offers managing the images, downloading from the internet and caching them in the memory and reuse them. I haven't used it personally, but you can consider this with Glide and Picasso when you want to include a image library in your project. Maybe I will create a separate video to differentiate between all these libraries and when to use which library with all the use cases. So the next one is the Fancy Toast Android. So if you want to show toast with style to your users, then this is the perfect library to consider. So this library offers the different toast style for different event. Suppose for info they have the different toast, for success they have a different toast style, for warning, for error, and also you can include the image, or if you don't want to include image, that is also possible. And also you can customize these toast according to your requirement. So you can consider this library if you want to show the message in this format. So the next one is the Lottie. It has been developed by Airbnb team. So suppose you want to show some complex animation that is rendered in After Effects you can use this library to show them in Android apps. This is also very simple to use. So you can see all these animations are very easy to show in the Android app. So the next one is the Retrofit, and it is also developed by the Square. So this is one of the widely used networking library for Android apps, and it is used along with the OKHTTP. So Retrofit actually works as a API adapter. So that basically generate the GET, POST URL and also parse the JSON using JSON. So the next one is the OKHTTP. As I told you earlier, Retrofit is used along with the OKHTTP as the HTTP client. So this library offers multiple things. So this HTTP client library provides multiple things. It provides the response caching. You can rewrite request and response using OKHTTP. You can make the follow-up request. What I mean by the follow-up request is, suppose you want to fetch some data through API and that requested URL has moved now. Then the web server will return 302, basically to indicate that the document has the new URL now. So OKHTTP will automatically follow the redirect URL and it will retrieve the final response. So that is what I mean by the follow-up request. It also allow you to retry the request, and they have the logging interceptors as well. I will create a detailed video on OKHTTP and Retrofit, what all you can achieve with Retrofit and OKHTTP. So this is one of the best choice for networking in Android. So next in the list is the JSON. So this library has been developed by Google, and this library basically will help you to convert Java objects to JSON and vice versa. And this library has extensive support of Java generics. The only thing is they haven't written in the Kotlin and it has not been updated frequently now. So another option in this category is Mosi, and that is next in the list. So Mosi is also developed by the Square team, and this is a modern JSON library for Android, Java and Kotlin. This one is more powerful and faster than JSON. So if you have started the new project and you want to consider between JSON and Mosi, I will recommend you to use this one. So the next in the list is Android util code. So when you develop an Android application, so there are multiple of utility methods needed, and this library has the collection of multiple utils method. So if I can show you few of the snippets, so you can see for the activity they have lot of method. You can get the activity list, start home activity, that particular activity is alive or not. So for multiple classes they have written the multiple of utility method. If you are working on a large application and if you have need of multiple of utility methods, you can consider this library to include as well. Another library in the list is also developed by the Square, is called Leak Canary. So this one is one of my favorite library. So it will help you to detect and fix memory leak. So for example, if you have created a activity and you have saved that activity reference in a static variable. So when onDestroy will call, usually what should have happened? Garbage collector should have collected the memory for that activity. But you have saved that activity reference in a static field. So saving in a static field is preventing garbage collector to collect that particular memory. And it is one of the example of memory leak. And if there is memory leak in your application, then your application is a potential candidate of out of memory crash. So this library will help you to know where is the memory leak, so you can fix all of your memory leak before going to the production. So next one is the Exoplayer and it has been developed by the Google team. This is one of the best media player for Android applications and it offers lots of customization as well. If you want to include and play the video in your app, you should definitely consider this library to use. Even YouTube, Hotstar and multiple of video content app use the same library. So the next in the list is uCrop. So this library will help you to crop your image. So you have to provide the URI of the image that is available in your SD card, and this library will give the multiple options to crop, to rotate the angle, and also to select the different aspect ratio of the image to the user. Another one in the image cropping category is the Croppy. So this also will give you option to crop the image and it has been written in the Kotlin, and it also provide the more aspect ratio than the uCrop. So as you can see in their description, they have written the predefined aspect ratios for social media. So if you want to use a photo in Instagram story or Facebook story, so they should have the different aspect ratio, correct? So it will automatically crop the image for the story as well. Next one in the list is MP Android chart. So if you have the requirement of the chart or a graph to include in your app, you should definitely consider this library for the same. This library offers the multiple type of chart and the graphs. So the next one in the list is time range picker. So basically you can pick the time range through this circular view. So if you have used the Samsung's bedtime picker, you can relate to this particular UI. So next one in the library is the material dialogs. So if you want to use the material dialog for the list selection or material dialogs for selecting the calendar, date, time, or even between selecting the colors, you can consider this library. This offers lot of other stuff as well. You can explore this library for the dialog things. So another one in the list is the app intro. So when user install your app, and if you want to give this kind of introduction about your app to the user, you can use this library. And they have also different animation for the sliding. And the last one in the list is the recycle view animation. So if you want to include this kind of animation in your recycle view, you can use this library. So this is the end of the list. Hope this list is useful for you. If you found this video useful, give a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe as well. I will see you in the next video.